Samsung Galaxy S23 vs Samsung Galaxy S22. Samsung has announced its flagship phone for 2023 in the Samsung Galaxy S23, which is set to take the place of the Samsung Galaxy S22 in the manufacturer's lineup. So how do the two compare? Last year's model turned out to be one of the best compact flagships of 2022. A small form wonder, if you take our word for it, so Samsung has set its sights pretty high for the follow-up. We knew what the Samsung Galaxy S23 was going to look like prior to launch, which perhaps explains a slight lack of excitement over its design. The other reason is that it looks a lot like the Galaxy S22, but with the latter's most exciting design feature removed. In place of the sleek contour cut camera bump of the S22, Samsung has brought across the integrated camera module of the Galaxy S22 Ultra/S23 Ultra. Sure, it gives the Galaxy S23 family a cleaner and more cohesive look, but it's simply not as pretty or distinctive. There are more color options out there for the Galaxy S22, though that's largely owing to its longer time on the market, which has allowed additional colors to join Phantom White, Phantom Black, Pink Gold, Green, Graphite, Cream, Sky Blue, and Violet in the range. The Galaxy S23 ships in just Phantom Black, Green, Lavender, Cream Lime, and Graphite, with the final two being Samsung Store exclusives. But you can bet that more will join them. The Galaxy S23 has apparently been made using recycled materials from discarded fishing nets, water barrels, and PET bottles, so whichever color you go for, it's going to be green. Both of these phones come with 6.1-inch AMOLED displays with 1080x 2340 resolutions and 120 Hz refresh rates. From what we can see, this is pretty much the same component. That's not necessarily such a bad thing. In our review of the Galaxy S22, we called its screen as bright and attractive as any we've seen. Whether that still holds true in 2023 with a bunch of new rivals on the market remains to be seen. One thing's for sure, the Galaxy S23 will again provide a viable option for those who are fed up of supersized phones. With many phone screens nudging towards 7 inches, the Galaxy S23 screen should feel blissfully compact, just like the Galaxy S22. Most of the big camera changes this year belong to the Galaxy S23 Ultra, with its eye-catching new 200MP wide sensor. The plain Samsung Galaxy S23, for its part, has a very similar-looking triple-camera system to the Samsung Galaxy S22. There's a 50MP wide camera, a 12MP ultra-wide, and a 10MP telephoto capable of a 3x optical zoom. The biggest hardware change this time around is the inclusion of a 12MP selfie camera, rather than the Galaxy S22's 10MP unit. This enables the capture of 4K video on the front camera, whereas the Galaxy S22 is stuck at 1080p. One other new feature that the Galaxy S23 benefits from is being able to take expert RAW shots at 50MP rather than just 12MP. Given that RAW shots are all about preserving as much visual information as possible, this should prove to be a worthwhile enhancement. Don't discount the possibility of this new mode coming to the Galaxy S22 via a future software update, though. Perhaps the biggest improvement to the Samsung Galaxy S23 relates to its performance. Yes, it'll be faster, but more importantly, it'll be consistently faster. That's because Samsung is fitting all of its Galaxy S23 handsets with Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip, regardless of the territory. By contrast, only some Galaxy S22 handsets got the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1, with European customers having to make do with the inferior Exynos 2200. Also noteworthy is the fact that the Galaxy S23 Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 has been doused in special sauce. Samsung is calling it the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 mobile platform for Galaxy, in reference to the fact that its Cortex-X3 core has been clocked to 3.6 GHz rather than the usual 3.2 GHz.